So, Rick, if I was an Air Force pilot, I reckon my call sign would be the Sloth. What would yours be?
Dick.
Hello and welcome to the Superpower Dare Die team. I'm Peter.
And I'm Rick, and today we're reviewing Top Gun Maverick. After 36 years, Tom Cruise returns as Maverick in the highly anticipated sequel to Top Gun Maverick. Not to be confused with the 1994 Mel Gibson vehicle movie Maverick. After 30 years of serving as one of the Navy's top aviators, Pete Maverick Mitchell is where he belongs, pushing the envelope as a courageous test pilot and dodging the advancement in rank that would grant him. Training a detachment of graduates for a special assignment, Maverick must confront the ghosts of his past and his deepest fears, culminating in a mission that demands the ultimate sacrifice from those who choose to fly it. So, Peter, what did you think of Top Gun Maverick?
So, I think this was tailor-made for fans of the first one and people that have like nostalgia for it. I was a bit young when the first one came out, so I don't really remember that much about it. In fact, I'm not sure if what I remember about it is from Top Gun or whether it's from Hot Shots. But I don't really have a great fondness for the first Top Gun. So for me, this movie was a bit predictable, and it was a by-the-numbers action movie. And I thought the new cast was unlikable. I thought there was some forced drama in it. I thought the romance was forced. And parts of it was just a bit boring.
Well, I'm the complete opposite of you. I absolutely loved this. I thought it was a worthy sequel. I enjoyed this. I think improves on the original, and it, while for a sequel that's made nearly 30 years later, it doesn't get stuck in the past. For me, there's been growth in the characters over the years, and I found it to be a really engaging and at times emotional movie. I really liked it. I have been going to the movies or watching movies and just not really enjoying them, but this movie I felt really invested in. It's a crowd pleaser and people fist pumping at the end and all that sort of stuff. That's what it was supposed to do, and it did it well.
It's interesting that you said that you're invested in the characters, because I did not like any of the characters. Like, apart from Tom Cruise doing his thing, I thought all the new casts were just boring, and like they were just that stereotypical alpha male ego bat.
They were the best of the best of the best Top Gun candidates. So yeah, they were a bit two-dimensional cardboard, but Miles Teller, who played Goose's son, with an incredible likeness, I thought he was pretty good, and the story between him and Tom Cruise, that sort of background story of what was going on there, I thought was heartfelt and
so I thought that was a bit forced. I just thought it was like, we need some drama in here. What can we do?
It's a pity that Maverick died. Oh, hang on. Spoilers.
There was a point where I thought that he was going to die.
Yeah, so did I actually.
You know, because they really pushed out. Well, it was Maverick wanted the whole team to come back, and I thought he was going to sacrifice himself, which he did, but he just didn't die.
For the movie, it would be too much of a downer to end on that, and so we got the fist pumping, everyone just nodding at Tom Cruise as he lands the crippled plane, just like, knew you could do it. Well done, Tom.
He doesn't really make any mistakes in the whole movie. Like, everything he does, like he doesn't fail at all. Like, he's just good at everything.
That's Maverick.
And the new cast, like, they've got the new pilots that are the best of the best, and the premise is that he's going to teach them, and he's going to pick like half of them to fly on this mission.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not a teacher. Just want to manage expectations.
The other half just disappear. We don't get to know them. We don't see them. They're just gone. I don't know what happened to them. Like would have rather seen, like a montage of, going up to a board and seeing their names there, yes, or their name's gone, walking off. But instead we got 10 minutes of Tom Cruise on a yacht.
You're missing the point, Peter. They knew that they were the best of the best, and they knew 6 of them weren't going to make it. And so why do we need
they? They were just gone.
Why do we care? I care about the ones that made it.
Well, there was no drama. Like, they should have had a drama. Am I going to make it? Am I going to make the cut?
No,
I really want to make
who was going to make it as long as Rooster was in the team. That was the only one anyone cared about. And they didn't want Hangman in.
He was the best pilot. Just because he wasn't a team player, he didn't get in. But he was by far the best pilot.
No, but he was the worst of the worst.
We're all chest-thumping egomaniacs. I also thought the fact that we didn't really know anything about the enemy, and we didn't really know what they were going to be be They're like a faceless enemy, and they just
Russia, and
they
we
just
know
had
it.
some uranium. Was it uranium that they were storing?
No, it was Russia, and you know it, and I know it. A nice little touching cameo by Val Kilmer, who clearly hasn't kept himself in peak physical form like Tom has.
I think that they made him the best that he can, because he doesn't look that good that he does in the movie. If you see pictures of him, he's a mess. So that was definitely some digital stuff going on there. And I think the elephant in the room is they are de-aging Tom Cruise in his movies. I'm positive of it.
No, he's just had a lot of work done.
No, they are de-aging him. I saw him at the premiere in England with Prince Harry, and he is much more lined. And in this, you can't see anything. Like, he's barely got crow's feet. Like, why not just age? Like,
I'm looking at a picture of him right now.
Thing?
Well, it may be, but he makes an entertaining movie, and he's good at what he does.
Can make an entertaining movie with lines on his face and grey hair too.
No one likes to look at yourself with lines on your face and grey hair.
I had a friend who's a subscriber to our channel send me an article about Kelly McGuinness. Kelly McGuinness is not in this movie, and she said her words, not mine. She said that she's not in this movie because she's fat and old. Now, why didn't they just send her to a personal trainer for a bit instead of like de-aging Tom Cruise, or groundbreaking, have her in as she is? Like, what's wrong with that? Why couldn't Tom Cruise still be with her? And then we didn't have this. Like, the worst part of this movie was the romantic plot with Jennifer Connelly. These two with a past that nobody knows about. It was just boring. It was cliched. They had no chemistry together. I did not like it at all. I didn't. They did
so. I think. Well, I think it was just because TC wanted to have a movie with Jennifer Connelly as his leading woman. So Tick got that. But I thought they were fine, and I thought they set it up. It's
teenage
30 years.
Daughter.
No, but it's 30 years after the original. I'm fine that they didn't focus on what happened to the first one, and
they could have just stayed together. Had a bit of drama. I don't want you to go, Maverick or Mav. Lots of Mavs in this.
Yes, very much Mavs. But I'm absolutely okay that in 30 years he had a history that we haven't seen because we haven't seen the character for 30 years. I've got no problem with that, and I thought they handled it really well.
I didn't notice this, but some of the people that I went with said that when Jennifer Connelly first appeared on screen, they were playing a David Bowie song, which was a bit of a nod to Labyrinth, I think.
Okay.
So back to the Val Kilmer thing. They make a deal about him not being able to talk, so he's typing to Tom Cruise, and then he starts talking all of a sudden.
No, because you seem to be missing a lot of points. All right, so he's dying of cancer, which I'm assuming is cancer of the throat, and he's had lots of operations. So it hurts him to talk, but he feels that this is so important. So he's typing. Then Tom Cruise is getting teary because he doesn't know how to fix the relationship with Rooster, which is Goose's son. And I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this for anyone, but you should know now.
We'll put spoilers up at the beginning.
But so in possibly the last words he ever spoke, not to his wife saying I've always loved you, but it was to Tom Cruise, giving him the G up he needed to be able to lead this team.
But
And
see,
I'm
my memory,
I'm
like I said, I haven't. Sorry, my memory of the first one, they hated each other.
Yeah, they did, but they ended up being really good friends. That's the deep personal.
What, did they just shake hands at the end or something?
That's the one thing I want to know. Who's the one taking photos of people shaking hands on aircraft carriers?
So in the first one, you've got Val Kilmer and Tom Cruise shaking hands. So in this one, you've got exactly the same scene with Miles Teller and Hangman shaking hands. I would have loved it if they kissed each other. I thought, because the first one's got this big thing about it that it's, you know, like a hidden homosexual undertone in it. That would have been fantastic. I don't know the last time I sat around a piano and sang Great Balls of Fire and knew every single word, but I'm pretty sure people 20 years younger than me wouldn't know how to do it either. I don't know the words.
It was his dad's favorite song. They even showed the flashback.
5.
Yeah, they were singing it to him, and his dad died. Of course, he would have that.
So everyone else knows the words too,
because he made them learn them.
He made.
Hey, my dad died. This is his favorite song. You're all going to learn, and you'll be the best of the best at it. Peter, would you recommend Top Gun Maverick?
No, I think if you love the first one and you love Tom Cruise, you'll get something out of it, but it didn't bring anything new to the table for me.
Crash and burn, huh, Mav?
Well, I loved it, and I highly recommend it. It's just a fun, enjoyable ride, and it does have some surprising, emotional moments. And the fighter scenes, the jet scenes, are just so well choreographed and put together. It just, to me, it's one of those ones that ticks all the boxes. I actually think this is better than the first film. Go see it and love it like I did. Thank you for watching. If you're enjoying our videos, please like and subscribe. You can join our YouTube channel. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on anything you want. So thanks very much. Remember, like and subscribe.